Joining us on the phone line right now, we have Jan Stilson. Jan from the Blackhawk Restoration Project. Jan, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So what do we got going on? I know you talked with Riley recently and everything. Wanted to have you back on and get an update on all the activity going on with the great project that you guys are doing there, restoring the statue.
Yes, well, we've been working hard to inform people of the problem and also to inform them of the progress. And so the state of Illinois has finally been funded with its $350,000 grant from another department in the state, and that basically is a matching grant. So we're trying to raise the equivalent amount. And once the money is in place, then this Department of Natural Resources can sign contracts. But until then, we're on hold with that. So to date, as far as I know, the current figure that we've raised is $210,000. And $100,000 of that was donated by E.D. Etnire here in Oregon. So that was a big boost to our efforts. But we're still looking for participation from everybody across northern Illinois, anyone who's interested.
Now, if people haven't been following along with the Blackhawk story, it got pretty bad, right? I mean, it got to the point where they had to wrap it up and to avoid, falling debris or whatnot. Where are we at status-wise? Have we uncovered it? Have we started repairing? What's our progress right now?
Well, yes, it was uncovered in June of this year, and there was a little celebration at the feet of the statue when that happened. We're so glad to see it uncovered. It is in deteriorating condition at this point. It should have been restored 8 to 10 years ago, and that was bypassed because the state of Illinois has had financial problems. And so it's been in a state of deterioration, and it's, chunks are falling off. It needs to be repaired. Some of the work towards repair has been started by the former conservator, and then they had drilled holes in it for core testing and so forth, so that's why it was wrapped up, was to protect it. No work has been done on it this summer, but they hope to start on it next spring. They don't think they have time to start on it yet this summer and fall. Even if we were to raise the rest of the money this week, I don't think they could sign the contracts and get the crews in place and the scaffolding up and so forth. So next spring is what we're aiming for, and it's been a long haul. We're anxious to have this finished.
It's been an interesting thing. You mentioned the Jan E.D. Etnire, and they donated the $100,000 toward it, and that coincided. You're quoted as saying, there's been a long love affair between the company and the statue all these years, because the starting of the business back in 1910 or so coordinated, with the building of the statue, right?
Yes, that's right. Etnire has always been involved in a very neighborly fashion. He provided equipment at the time because they started pouring the concrete in 1910 in November, and you don't want to pour concrete in cold weather. So what they did is they had steam racks and other equipment, and they put a tarp over the whole statue and kept the interior of that tarp warm, and they warmed the water that they made the concrete with, and so everything was warm when it went into the statue and remained that way until May. So they hoped that they were able to cure it properly. And but it was, it was an experimental project, and I think it turned out quite well.
Now, if we get all our ducks in a row and we can start the restoration project next spring, how long, what kind of calendar are we looking at? Is this a 3-month restoration? Is this a year-long restoration? When will that be finished, hopefully?
They say that it will only take 60 more days to finish what has been started. I'm a little skeptical of that. You know how things go.
Yeah, you always had 6 months or something like that.
But if they could start it in April and finish it in June, I would be happy. We would have a celebration in July. So we're looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Now, if somebody around here wants to help out, donate a little bit of money, what's the best avenue for them to get in contact with you?
Two ways. We're working directly with the Illinois Conservation Foundation, which has a relationship with the Department of Natural Resources. It's a nonprofit group, and it has a 501c3 status. You can send a check to Illinois Conservation Foundation at 1 Natural Resources Way, Springfield, Illinois, 62702, or if you'd rather pay online with credit card, www.ilcf.org, and take care of it when you get online. So we thank everyone who has participated so far and donated, and we hope that there will be more across the state, Northern Illinois, that will help with this project.
Absolutely, and just get the numbers again in context here. You have the $350,000 grant, and we're looking to match that. And you said you're already what, $216,000?
We're at 210 as far as I know today. It changes every day, but that's the rough estimate. And so we're looking for around 90,000 more. We started the project with around 50,000 already in the fund in Springfield.
Outstanding. So you're more than halfway there, and hopefully your efforts here will get the message out and get this thing going, and we can get this up and it's a beautiful statue, and
yes, it is.
it needs to be restored. It's a pride. I know it's pride of Oregon, but pride of Northern Illinois here.
Absolutely, and anything that's 107 years old, and the history that it contains, and it means, we need to get that going. And so I appreciate it. Can you throw that website out one more time, Jan? Just for everyone listening.
The initials stand for Illinois Conservation Foundation, so it's www.ilcf.org.
Very good.